Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of Fear the Queer.
A show that talks about everything on our queer agendas. I'm Kyle.
And I'm Josh. And on today's episode, we decided to flip the script on one of our past favorite episodes here. So, y'all remember when we ranked our favorite pop divas, the legends, the icons? Well, Kyle and I are now actually going to be ranking people who I still, in my heart, I would say are icons, divas, but rather than having a long span career, they're actually just really well known for just one hit song, if that.
Oh, well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with being a one-hit wonder.
Right.
It's a goal of mine is to have a one-hit wonder. I think that'd be fabulous, right? You're just like known for that one song. You play
if royalties royalties like from that song keeps like building up over the years and everything, you're set.
Yeah. Use it in car commercials. I love it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Pride Fest is coming to Chicago in 2 weeks, and Debbie Gibson is like showing up to headline.
She's still doing her thing.
Right. I'm just like, I feel like Debbie Gibson only has like one or two songs that are pretty popular. So, hey, she's still living it. And I would love to see Debbie Gibson.
Oh, God, yeah. I feel like if someday, if I'm in my 50s and I'm just doing the gay pride circuits, let's go, baby. Like, that just sounds good. Just like wheel me up there. I don't know why I'm being wheeled. I just picture like the Mariah Carey where she's like in the wheelchair just being pushed around everywhere.
Right.
Like I don't feel like standing. I don't feel like standing now. So I can only imagine in 30 years.
Right. I was gonna say, or like the Lizzo thing where she comes up in a golf cart. But it's just you in the golf cart the entire time. Yeah.
Yeah. Me asleep with like a pizza on my chest.
Hey, how's that different from any other Pride Fest for you? Let's be real.
That's true. I guess more audience.
Yeah.
I don't
security isn't escorting
home to see my. Yeah. I've never been escorted out of I almost said a theater, out of a bar before. I've never been asked out of a bar.
Really? Not even by a lover.
No. Wait, what? You
mean like, do you want to come home with me type thing?
Oh, I mean, yes, but like usually I'm having a fun time, so why would I leave?
Sure.
Because
just do it right there.
If there's something I love in this life, it's to have fun. I love having fun. It's wonderful.
We love having fun. Thank you for tuning in to Fear the Queer. Have a great night, guys.
I love having fun. And you should too. Have fun. Have fun, kiddos.
All right. But before we get into the heart of our queer agenda today, Kyle, what are you drinking for your drink of choice today?
Well, you know my thirst trap. It is a Trenta Starbies. I've had a couple of Starbies today. I had one earlier. When I was, shout out to friend of the pod, Jill. I helped her with Conagra Brands. We volunteered at a food bank. And this is just a reminder that, it takes so little time to help others, and it makes you feel good. It feeds the soul. So everyone, check out where your local food bank is or any other volunteer opportunities that you may find. It was such a nice day. I met a lot of really nice people. And one of my favorite people was this old Ukrainian woman who spoke very broken English and had leopard seats in her car and a gold tooth. She was fabulous. I want to be her. So that was the first Trenta Starbies I had, but here's my second one.
Wow.
Josh, what are you drinking?
Well, unfortunately, I did not volunteer today. I was at my job. But I do have a lovely passion fruit LaCroix.
Oh, passion.
We love the bubbles.
We love the bubbles. Ooh, the bubbles. Ooh,
the bubbles. I'll never get a soda stream like
queers.
You. Cheers.
You said you'll never get a soda stream?
Well, yeah, because I remember when you were drinking your soda stream all the time, and now I never hear you drink from it.
Well, I have it still. It's still there. I haven't drank it on the podcast, but I had some 2 days ago.
Oh, okay.
Black cherry bubbly.
Ooh.
As the boomers call it.
Right.
Don't you love
Michael?
That? Like my mom.
I was gonna say Michael Bublé's sister, Black Cherry Bublé.
Black Cherry. I worked with her. She was a good performer. She was a wonderful. Actually, there is a blackberry
Oh, really?
out of Houston. Yeah, bearded drag queen.
Oh,
She's
well, there we
fabulous.
go.
We follow each other. Shout out Blackberry.
Hey. We are going to be doing another segment of Can You Keep Up? In which we talk about all of the hot topics this week and whether or not we've even read up on them, caught up with them, or what our hot takes are about it. And let's be real, there's been a lot going on this past week here.
Yes,
So,
there has.
yeah. So at this date of recording here, last Friday, September 17th, Lil Nas X welcomed a baby into this world. Congratulations, Lil Nas. That
Congrats.
that baby is named Montero, his debut album. We've talked about Lil Nas X many, many times on this podcast. We've talked about his video for Call Me By Your Name, and now he had a second one with like Jack Harlow, who is a tattoo-less looking Post Malone looking guy. Basically,
did you see that thing that Sharon Stone shared in her story?
I think so. I think that's where I read about it. It was Sharon.
Yeah. Sharon Stone, which I mean, I'm glad she is Instagramming. But she shared a thing that said Jack Harlow is what happens when you give Post Malone a shower.
Yeah.
So there's that.
I was gonna say the subtle shade from Sharon Stone. Hey,
I know.
But Montero has been released and is getting rave reviews across the board here. Not with just how catchy the album is itself here, but how unapologetically queer it is, how introspective it talks about things like fear of coming out, depression, suicidal thoughts here. Have you listened to the album yet, Miss Kyle?
Okay, so here's my thing. I put it on my Spotify. I thought I was listening to it song by song by song, because someone said like, oh, it's like upbeat in the beginning and then it gets kind of like sadder towards the end, and I was like, okay, but I forgot that I had it on shuffle. So I wasn't listening to it in
the proper
order. I know, but from what I've heard, I've very much enjoyed it. I think Lil Nas X is just like one of those people that is going to be around for a while, so he's making his mark. I like that he is, he's doing the pop thing, he's doing the rap thing, he's doing the country thing. Did you see his Jolene?
Yes, I did.
His cover of Jolene. Which
I have to say, I feel like that's like one of those check marks that you have to do if you're a queer artist. You're just like, I have to cover Jolene by Dolly Parton. I just have to.
You gotta, because I cannot compete with you, Jolene.
Right.
His voice, he has such a good gravelly singing voice.
Jolene.
Yeah, I Jolene. We don't have the rights to that. Or do we? Hi, Dolly.
Hi, Dolly.
But I watched some of the little snippets of the videos and stuff, and like the locker room scene. There's a sexy locker room moment, and hello, it's like my high school fantasy come to life.
I know. I was gonna say, like, Lil Nas X is getting dick down in the high school locker room. Like, I wish that happened to me in high school. My God.
Oh my God. All I was doing in the locker room was just trying to hide my shame. I was just like, oh, don't look at my body. Oh,
as you're screaming. You're like, don't.
Yeah. I was like, don't look at my butt. And there's like no one else in there. No, right. I would always be the one in the locker room to just like go off to the side and be like, okay, I'm going to get changed with like the other nerds.
There's always like that designated spot like in the back of the locker room that you hide. Yeah.
Where did you get changed?
I would. So we had two locker rooms. There was like the main locker room that like where all the football people would like keep their stuff, and there was like the side locker room that was like near the back of the gymnasium that like not many people use. I was like, well, fuck that. I'm gonna use the back one here. And half the time I was in there by myself. I was just like, this is perfect. It was actually a broom closet, but
you're like, we had some interesting times, me and my pals, the broom and mop.
Right.
But luckily, the only things with sticks are going to be Lil Nas X and the other gentleman in the locker room scene. So it's very sexy, very sexy. I don't think we've ever had someone who has been so unapologetically like queer in like a mainstream sense.
Right.
Because like you have a lot of double standards when it comes to like, oh, you can't show that, and it's like, well, look at all these like straight artists that are like with their bodies out and making out with each other. It's like you see that all the time. I sound like such a grandma. I'm like, you see that all the time. The people with the bodies and they're
with
out
the
and
bodies
everything.
and their pussies out.
Did I say pussy? Well, now I did.
Now you did.
Now you got your pussy popping on the floor.
Right. Well, I was gonna say, like, Christina's like Dirty. It came out in like what 2002, and like that was basically as graphic as what Lil Nas X is doing now. And it's just like it's just been around forever. It's just that we just don't accept it from a queer black man. Like it's just shocking in that sense. But if it was anyone else,
a lot of people, I think a lot of people also are just like the idea of sexuality and people owning their sexuality, whether that be straight or gay or whatever.
There's always a pushback.
Them. There's always going to be a pushback. I really like it. I forget who was interviewing Lil Nas X, but he said that he believes the future is going to be, like trans, like rappers in hip hop and stuff like that. And I feel like he's probably right. I love that. I feel like everyone should be paving the way for others to come behind them.
Yes. Oh, for sure.
So I really adore that. Did you see what Kid Cudi said?
Oh, yeah, because Lil Nas X was also featured in the Time 100, and Kid Cudi wrote like this lovely little essay about him, but I didn't read it. What did it say?
Essentially, he's like, we need to be supporting this person. Like he is paving the way, and it's like wrong if people don't support him in like the sense of like letting him own himself, letting him create what he wants to create and being unapologetic about it. So I mean that's pretty cool. Like Kid Cudi's been around for a few days and nights.
15 years, yeah. Day and nights.
Thank you. Oh my god, I thought you were going to miss it, and I was like, I only got one joke. I only have one joke. I'm writing for Letterman. I got one joke.
No, I got it. It was good.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah,
golf clap.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So let's wrap it up here. Lil Nas X and his debut album, Fear It or Queer It.
I queer it. Yeah.
I queer it too.
The only thing I'm afraid of is how sexy he is. Hello.
I know.
Like scary. Do you have a favorite song?
I do. It's actually the second track, Dead to Me, I think is what it's called, or You're Dead or something like that. Obviously, I don't know. It just came out, you guys. I don't know what the actual song title is called here, but it's the second track. Love it to death here. I hope there's a music video out for it soon here. And then the closing song with Miley Cyrus, also great.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite. I like that one, and I like Sun Goes Down.
Sun Goes Down. Yes. Oh, that's a sweet one.
Yeah, I like that one, and I like the Miley Cyrus one. Those are my two faves.
And you've seen that there's a video for that, right?
Yeah.
The Sun Goes Down. Dead Right Now. That's track number 2. All right. And I queer it, obviously. Such a good album. It's
there we go.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's really refreshing. Like if I had an artist like that make music back in like 2008, 2009, for sure it would have helped me through some difficult times. So kudos to you, Lil Nas. I'm sure you'll be around for at least 30 years. We'll wheel you up onto the Pride Fest stage with Kyle in 30 years.
We'll be working the circuit together. I'll have like one heel on, the other one will be in a boot.
Right.
For my plantar fasciitis or something.
All right. So now let's get on to
I like that you just gave me the look of like, what?
Like such a specific foot disease.
Hey. What can I say?
Right. All right. So on to our next hot topic here. This past Sunday, the 73rd Primetime Emmy Awards was aired on CBS. And, there were only two good highlights from the show, I would say, is that one, RuPaul has now become the most awarded person of color at the Emmys. I think they have 11 Emmys at this point now. And then Michaela Cole won for writing the miniseries I May Destroy You, which I have yet to watch, unfortunately, but I've heard is phenomenal.
I watched the first 3 episodes of that. And from what I've seen, it deserves it. She is a phenomenal writer. And I've never seen something with such it's it's very serious subject matter, but I've never seen
Yeah.
it dealt with in such like a very honest, and it doesn't shy away, but it also isn't like trauma porn. Like it's not just like
Hmm.
dumping on you. It's
Yeah.
very watchable. She's great in it. Everyone else is really good in it. It's very interesting. So she definitely deserves that award.
Well, someone told me too that like the show is like it's honest in the sense of like there are even moments that like make you laugh because it's just like the situation that
Yeah.
you're in is like almost so fucked up that you can't help but to like
Yep.
laugh to like help yourself get through some of these things. So I really want to watch it. It's been on my list. Unfortunately, I have so many shows to catch up on, but I'm sure I will soon.
Yeah. No, totally. Um, but yeah, 73rd Emmys. It was
Yeah.
otherwise
The
kind of disappointing.
Oh yeah, because most of the shows that I don't watch, one like Ted Lasso and The Crown, both swept their respective categories of comedy and drama. And of course, the most disappointing thing, yet not really surprising, is that all 12 of the acting categories were given to white people. Not a
Mhm.
single person of color was awarded any acting categories on Sunday.
Yeah.
And I, okay, growing up, I used to watch it all. I used to watch the Oscars. I used to watch the
Mhm.
Grammys, all that stuff. It was always like something fun to look forward to. Um, but now in this day and age, like you have to bring up the question: is just like, are award shows dead? Like, you know, because
Yeah.
one, the awarding of what they think is like prestigious and stuff like that is totally tone deaf. Like Pose didn't get anything at all, which is like one of the greatest shows to come up in the past 5 years, I think.
Yeah. And so insulting that it didn't win anything.
Anything.
I'm just
Michael K. I was,
who won for best leading actress in a TV series for drama.
oh, I'm sorry. Like, and I like her as a person, but I'm just like, really? It's Olivia Colman for The Crown. I'm
See,
just like,
okay, here I'm so done with The Crown. Can I just go off a little bit? I need to go off
oh
on this.
yeah.
I'm like so irritated. I'm so irritated with all of these like white royal shows like royalty, and I'm just, it's bullshit. The only one I want to see is Spencer because they fucking killed Diana. Like
Hmm.
that's the only thing I want to see because Princess Diana is a goddamn icon.
Yeah.
And otherwise I don't really care about them, and I'm so irritated. We get it, Olivia Colman is a fabulous actress, I will not take that away from her, but she's been doing this for the past few years. I do not give a fuck that she's playing the queen. Like
Hmm.
it's so unoriginal, it's so goddamn boring. It's about as terrible as what I've heard British food is. Like
Right.
spotted dick, hello, get an ointment, bitch.
Right.
So that's my thoughts on that. I think
Well, and
it's just so disappointing. I feel like MJ Rodriguez really deserved that award. I feel
yes.
like you look at the performances that were nominated, her performance, it does not have to do with her being a trans woman. It doesn't have to do with her being a woman of color. It has to do with she was the best and she
Hmm.
didn't win. Sorry,
Hmm.
that's my rant. I think it's so stupid.
Oh no, I totally get it. And the problem with like awarding things like the Crown over Pose,
Mhm.
is that Pose or the Crown is like something that's like a dime a dozen. There are so many shows dedicated
Yeah.
to the British family and royalty, and if not
Hmm.
within 3 years' time, I'm sure something will come up with it. With a show like Pose, it's so hard to have queer people, trans people be able to have a show that they can claim as their own here. It comes up like once every 7 or 8 years.
Right.
And it's just that's what's more frustrating to me in the sense of like, why aren't we awarding something that might not possibly have this opportunity ever again? It ended. We already have our series
It's
finale
done.
with Pose,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
The Crown is going to keep going on for like 10 seasons. You already know this. It's
It's irritating.
frustrating.
No, it's irritating. I think that like not that queer people ever have to assimilate into mainstream culture. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that you don't get a mainstream show or a show that for that matter that is queer and made by queer people, represented and held at an esteem on
Hmm.
a mainstream stage and a mainstream platform. And
Hmm.
while I think that award shows are kind of like whatever, they don't mean that you're actually good. It's all just like politics and behind the scenes nonsense.
Right.
Um, I mean, I think they'll continue to go on. I think people continue to keep watching. I do think that the pandemic has opened up a lot of people's eyes
Yeah.
to just how absurd celebrity culture is. Like, don't get me wrong, I love certain celebrities. You know me, I love me some Dolly Parton.
Right.
But others, I'm just kind of like, I don't care what you're wearing. I don't, what are you doing something interesting? And I think that
Mm.
maybe it's hard too, because we did have a bit of an overload when it comes to celebrities. We had the VMAs, we had the Met Gala, we had the Emmys. So it's a little bit of an overload. And when you have people in the US and not to mention around the world who are suffering because of the pandemic, because of loss of jobs, because of all these different things,
Mm-hmm.
to put these celebrities on a platform and then applaud them for wearing an Oscar de la Renta gown, or wear them or applaud them for a performance that is a dime a dozen.
Right. Or exactly.
Which
It's like them trying to sell us of this, like, this is what you should aspire to. And
right,
it's
and
just
I'm just
like,
like, no thank you.
yeah, no, like the pandemic has opened our eyes in so many ways that we're just like, this is bullshit, sis. This is
Yeah,
garbage, mama.
yeah, honestly. That being said, I did love Bowen Yang's shoes.
Yes. Her
Did you see that?
platform heels,
Oh
yes.
my god, I love it.
Just
I
walking through
I
up
oh
getting the
my
award.
god, I love it. And those shoes are made by, I believe, a non-binary designer based out of Brooklyn.
Oh.
Um, I looked up how much they were because I wanted a pair. There's a pair that were the same style as Bowen was wearing, but in like a patent leather red. Hello.
Yes.
Oh. And they're like $230
Wow.
pre-order. So I'll be saving my money. And maybe they'll be my house shoes. I don't know. Maybe I'll wear them around the house in an apartment. I'll get
Maybe.
them. I'll wear them getting my mail. So yes, the platform metallic heels that Bowen Yang was wearing was
Yeah.
the actual queer star
Right.
of the
That's the
Emmys.
only platform that you accept at this time are her platform shoes.
Yes. Give me a platform. It's going to be the Bowen Yang platform shoes. Yeah,
Right.
love that.
Yeah. All right. So do we fear or queer award shows? And like also bring up the question, where do we go from here with award shows? Personally, I fear it. And I think honestly, if you really want award shows to survive, because literally every year you get like these titles like Emmy, this is the lowest rating Emmys of like ever, lowest rating Oscars, blah, blah, blah. It happens every single year at this point. At this point, you almost just have to gut it completely. Just completely like destroy what you once thought about what was the Oscars, what was the Emmys, and just rebuild it from there. Because obviously
Yeah.
something's not working at all.
Well, I think people are just over it. I think that it also, I think, is hard because a lot of people they haven't seen a lot of the stuff. Like I haven't
Mhm.
seen Ted Lasso. Is that on Apple TV?
Right.
No, is it
No, it is.
Apple
Yeah.
TV?
Yeah.
I don't have Apple TV. You know who
Right.
has Apple TV? My mom. So she can watch it and tell me. But
Yeah.
otherwise, I don't have Apple TV. Um, so I don't know who's watching it besides old white people. But
Right. But like,
so I'm
if you
like,
think about
I
like
don't know.
how many like with like Hulu, Netflix, Amazon, and stuff like that, like Apple TV, like there's not that many shows on there. So just like, is it worth
Right.
paying $8 just so I could watch Ted Lasso? No, thank you.
No, I'll go get another Trenta Starbies.
Exactly.
And so for that, I do fear it. I will queer this. I queer the idea of encouraging imaginative stories that we have not seen before and awarding them or putting them on a platform for the masses to see.
Mm-hmm.
I queer that. But I fear the unnecessary pageantry at a time when a lot of people are suffering. I think it's a little bit like, off
Yeah.
with their heads.
Yeah, exactly. Well, speaking of the media giving us something to digest and telling us what we should feel is important, for those of you who are living under a rock, the whole world has been eyeing the Gabby Petito case, um, in which a famous YouTuber unfortunately went missing a few weeks ago, and it's now been a manhunt to not only find her body, which as the day we're recording, she just recently was discovered, but also a
Oh, that's
manhunt to find
updated.
her
Oh my
fiance.
God.
Mm-hmm.
I sorry, I was volunteering my time and energy and love. So
Yeah.
I was not able to keep up with this, but her body was found.
Yeah. So the body that they found yesterday,
Oh.
they have confirmed that that was Gabby's body. So for those of you who don't know, Gabby and her boyfriend, Brian Laundrie, were supposed to be going on a 4-month cross-country trip from their home in Florida all the way across to the West Coast here. During that time, they were going to be uploading everything that they wanted to on YouTube, on Instagram. They're going to do a whole vlog about it. And at first, it seemed like it was, going pretty well for them. And then out of nowhere, all social media just stops, which I'll get into my opinion about this later here.
Okay.
Because of this, internet sleuths were then just being like, okay, something seems weird here. Then on September 1st, Brian Laundrie drove home in Gabby's van back to Florida without Gabby. 11 days later, her family finally reported her missing after Brian was uncooperative of working with her family, be like, where is she? Like, what's going on here? After Gabby was then reported as a missing person, the following Friday, his family reported Brian missing after not seeing him for 3 whole days. And then on top of that, another YouTube couple who just happened to be, shooting live footage of them driving through wherever they were, went back through their footage on August 27th. They're just like, that's the van that girl was in. So then because of that, because of their footage, they were actually able to figure out an area of where to search for her body. And now we're at the point where her body was discovered. It's now being called a homicide. And Brian Laundrie is now nowhere to be found. So.
Well, let's get into it.
Right. Now, granted, I will say this is a fascinating story. Like, I'm not going to take that away. And, rest in peace, Gabby Petito. Like, it's a very, very tragic way to not only be murdered, but also to have your life kind of exploited like this in such an unfortunate way. But as we all know, we were just talking about how the media basically hand feeds you of what you're supposed to be considered important. And Kyle and I have had some opinions and thoughts about this case in general. Which, Kyle, would you like to chime in on this?
Well, yeah, no, I definitely think that, like, I pull the microphone closer. Here's my thing. I think that the mystery surrounding it definitely has brought people in to make them more interested in what's going on. It is a weird case. It's a weird situation. That being said, I believe that's why the media is covering it. But I feel like there are so many people who go missing, especially people of color, women of color, indigenous women who go missing every single day, and they do not get an ounce of media coverage. And so it's less of like, wow, she should not be getting media coverage, and more of like, maybe the media should be focusing on like reporting these issues and reporting these women who are going missing. Because
for sure.
I don't want to take away from this woman who has been murdered. And by the way, the boyfriend definitely did it. Like, I just like, I don't, I just like, he definitely did it. I just, like, look into the facts. He did it. I will not believe another opinion. But
case is closed.
Yeah. I will not, like, I'm not gonna shame people for being interested in the going-ons of this case. Because I was seeing some like discourse online, because a lot of people were like, it's fucked up that people are so interested in this case and they're not interested in other things. I'm like, yes, but also when you have something that does garner so much media attention, you're going to have more people who are going to be like, oh, wow, like, what's going on? I wonder what's happening, blah, 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 blah. So it makes sense why more people are talking, because it is getting more media coverage. I'm not going to shame them on that.
Because, like, you make a good point. Like, if other people of color cases were also highlighted like this, I'm sure a lot of people are going to, like, pay attention to this and also be like, wow, I'm invested in this story. Like, I want to be an internet sleuth,
Right. And
it's less about, I was gonna say, it's less about, like, it's just the fact that it's just, for whatever reason, people of color just aren't covered enough in the media.
Right.
Still.
Right. Right.
Do you remember when Lacey Peterson was murdered back in 2003?
Oh, yes and no. I feel like I
You know the
feel
story
like
though.
I've watched many documentaries. I
Yeah.
do love I'm totally like a cab all the way. But I do love a true crime. I do love a private investigation moment. I
Yeah.
do love trying to figure out who murdered who. Um, for some reason that entices me beyond belief. I don't know
Okay.
what it is. What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say I have another question for you. Do you remember the murder of Latoya Figueroa?
Wait, why is that name familiar? Tell me that name.
Because it's a woman of color who was murdered about a year later after Lacey did, who died under very similar circumstances.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
She was pregnant at the time. She was found dead, her baby, and everything like that.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
but the media, everyone knows Lacey Peterson's name. Like she just has
Right.
become like one of those names you're just like, oh yeah, missing white woman, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
Latoya's name, like people are kind of like, I don't know. This has not been like, this is not new. This has been going
Right.
around for like the dawn of time. It's just for whatever reason, the missing white woman syndrome just encapsulates like media's attention. I don't know why.
Well, and it also, I think it's just in our society, a lot of people kind of like victimize or like make the white woman the victim
Mhm.
when you, and sometimes it's white women who do that themselves. Um, and it doesn't need to be like that. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like no one should be playing the victim here. But for whatever reason, it just is always the white woman is the damsel in distress.
Mhm.
It's just the weird, I don't know
And she
the
becomes a
psychology behind
martyr.
it. It's become,
Yeah.
yeah, she becomes a martyr. And I'm just like, you know who's in distress? Me.
Pay attention to me.
I'm like, this white woman is in distress.
Right.
No. The only thing that's distressed is my jeans. Um, but I
Hey.
just think that hey, uh, because they're like, please, the thighs keep rubbing. Um, talk about a crime. Chub rub. You probably don't experience that, Josh.
But to be
You got
fair,
thin legs.
well, I was
Um,
like, to be fair, like whenever a guy has like distressed jeans on and like the crotch area is distressed or whatever, because like the thighs are rubbing together, I'm always just like, it's kind of a weird turn on, but I find that kind of attractive. I
well,
don't
stay
know.
away from my thighs.
Hey, who doesn't love thick thighs?
I can name like seven health
Seven
experts that
thighs?
would say
Oh.
seven health experts that would say that my thighs are not good. No, but this is less about my thighs and more about women
Yeah.
going missing. So Josh, I mean, do you fear it or queer it? What are you, are you trying to, it's less about, do you like that? It's less about my thighs and more about women going
Wait a
missing.
minute.
Um,
Can that just be
because
the title of this episode?
yeah, yes. Here, let me write that down. It's less about my thighs.
And more about missing white women.
Yes.
And now that we have proper sweatpants on,
Mhm.
we are going to get into the heart of our queer agenda today, in the sense that we are going to be ranking one hit wonders from beautiful pop divas that we all know and love, or at least know of the song.
I was gonna say, do we actually know them? Because I don't know half these women's names, but I do. I recount their songs because if you've
Mm-hmm.
been in any kind of Meyer or a TJ Maxx, they've been playing on the radio station, and
Mm-hmm.
it takes you back to a moment in time in 2002.
Isn't it
Uh,
crazy how like grocery stores are like the legacies of one hit wonders? Like that's where you always will
oh
hear them.
yeah, you're just like you're like picking out your I don't know, potatoes or something. Do you pick out potatoes? I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't know. An
Tomatoes. You pick
onion.
out
Yeah,
tomatoes. I
sure.
don't know. These are vegetables. I get everything frozen. Kidding. But I yeah, I'm excited to go through these because I honestly my list, I was like looking and some of them I was like, I don't know this person. I don't know. And then I would like look them up on Spotify and
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, not an ad. And I would be like, oh wait, no, I do this. I know this. I
Right.
know this. So I'm excited to get into this.
Me too. All right, let's just jump right in here. Now, we are ranking 12 one-hit wonder songs from Pop Divas that we know and love here, or we're just like, oh, I know that song. So because we talk a lot here, I am going to bring back the lovely timer. It's going to be
love
set.
a timer. You
We
love a
love
time
a timer. Yeah. Well, we have things to do, honey.
Things to do.
Right. So 3 minutes on the clock for each hit. We'll shout out our opinions, our stories, whatever we want about it. And then at the very end of the episode, we will give our ranking.
Okay.
All right. Kyle, are you ready?
I'm always ready.
All right. We are going to be listing these off in chronological order of the date that they were released. So 3, 2, 1. Up first, we have Hey Mickey from 1981 by Tony Basil. Oh, that's not the beat.
What beat is that? Is Hey Mickey, you're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey Mickey. Hey Mickey. Hey Mickey, you're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey Mickey. Yeah, that is great. A fabulous song, very catchy,
So
very
catchy.
good one-hit wonder.
Right.
What does it mean?
I don't know. Like, who's Mickey?
Who the is Mickey? Who is Heather?
Who's Heather?
I feel like, okay, so this song just reminds me of when I was a senior in high school. I wrote my own one-act play, and it was about Star Wars. And I did, I did not make any profit of this, so please don't sue me. What's her name? Tony Basil, which is my favorite kind of basil.
Tony's Basil.
Tony's Basil. It sounds like a pizzeria. But I did, hey Wookie, you're so great, we want to date with Wookie. Yeah, with Wookie. And let me tell you, it was a smash hit. I love this song. I just think of like, it's very fun, it's very catchy. What do you think?
Well, greatest teen comedy of all time, Bring It On, it features Hey Mickey at the end of the credits here, and all the girls line up and they all like have little solos and things like that here. I remember having Bring It On VHS, and I was obsessed with Gabrielle Union. I thought she was so beautiful. I wanted to be her. Yeah, I wanted to be her. And when she did her solo, that's when I did my solo for Hey Mickey. And she would always do the second verse of Hey Mickey, you spent or you come around and blah 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 blah. And I was just like, oh, that's me. I'm Gabrielle Union. Clearly the song lyrics have not stuck in my head for some reason here, because I'm botching both the melody and the lyrics. But
so it's your favorite song?
It's my favorite. It's number one, clearly.
It's your favorite song. I understand why you became a mime in high school, because the singing, baby. We are gonna find the note.
I know. Actually, I have a story about mime in high school with one of these songs as well here. But
do you really?
I do.
Love
yes.
that.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like you could sing it. Have you listened to Hey Mickey in a while? You haven't been in a TJ Maxx.
No. Or I was gonna say I haven't watched a teen comedy lately, so I haven't seen or heard Hey Mickey in a while here. That being said,
there needs to be like a montage or something.
Right. Have you ever seen The Final Girls?
No.
It's with like Tessa Famiga. Oh, there's like, it basically is like Groundhog's Day, but a horror movie. So basically they keep dying until they actually kill the serial killer.
That's
but
fun.
The beginning of the movie that they get stuck in is that they're all going to camp. Damn it. And they sing Hey Mickey over and over again. And yeah, it's great.
All
right. I had a lot to say about Tony's Basil. If
it's the most that anyone has talked about Tony Basil in at least 15 years.
Right.
At least.
It's the most that Tony Basil has even heard her name in general.
Do you think Tony Basil is still around?
What if she had her own pizzeria? That'd be great.
Honestly, and she could call it Hey Mickey's.
Yeah. Oh, nice. All right.
I'm just saying.
We talked too much about this. You know what? We're not even gonna do a feared or queer, because let's be real, we queer every single one of these goddamn songs.
That is like, disclaimer. There is no song on here that I'm like, oh, why? This is a terrible song. They're all great. So this is gonna be difficult to rank them later.
Well, to be fair, I guess that's what makes them one-hit wonders, because we wouldn't be ranking like a bunch of flops. You know what I mean?
We should though.
That'll be another one.
Bookmark that in your brain.
You know what we could do?
We'll do like terrible songs like "What Does the Fox Say" and Gangnam Style, or what is that?
Yeah.
Like all those
Gangnam
like
Style.
yeah.
Okay.
Like okay, we'll do okay. That's a thought.
We just manifested something. All right. On
Manifest
to
it.
the next song in 3, 2, 1. All right. So now we're going to get into 1982. And it's kind of stormy outside.
Ooh.
Yeah. The barometer is getting low. According to all sources, the streets are where to go. Because it's raining men, ladies, by the Weather
It's
Girls.
raining men. Hallelujah. It's raining men. Amen. Love this song.
Yeah.
I love this song. I love it. And I used to do this thing in like middle school. It always brought down the house with all the church ladies I would tell it to after Bible study. I would always be like, you ever hear the song Raining Men? Everyone thinks it's such like a saucy song, but you have to think about it. All these men falling from the sky, that's dangerous. And all the church ladies would always laugh.
Uh-huh.
And you know what's nice? My comedy has not evolved since then.
And your target audience is still church ladies.
Honestly, hey.
Yeah.
So I love the song.
Yes.
It's catchy, it's fun, it's campy.
Do you remember when It's Raining Men was like, I feel like back in like the late 90s and early 2000s, like if you heard the song It's Raining Men, it became like a gay joke of just being like, only gay people like that song. Only queer people, sing that song. Well, guess what? They're fucking right. That song is a great ass song.
It brings the house down. I feel like everyone, gay, straight, lesbian, everyone thinks It's Raining Men is fun.
Right.
Whether it's like sexy or, men dying.
Right. And the song just, like it has like thunderclaps in it, like the beat rises when it gets to the chorus and everything like that. It's such a fun number. And I wish that they were
soaking wet.
It's raining men. Yeah. That and Knock on Wood. Like those two are like my favorite like campy weather related songs.
Your weather related songs. I love that.
Rain on Me,
Totally. I want to do actually a rain mega mix for drag and do like Rain on Me. Here comes the rain again.
Yeah.
Let the rain fall down. It's Raining Men. What's another one?
Rain by Madonna.
How's that one go?
I don't know, but she has a song called Rain.
Purple rain. What's that? The rest is still unwritten. Standing a blank page before you.
Unwritten?
Yeah, how did
feel the rain on your skin.
Okay, yeah. I knew we would get there. I was like, I have to do the most of it. But yeah, no, lots of raining songs. So and I want to start it with I'm singing in the rain.
Yes.
Yeah.
You could do Umbrella too.
Production. Yes. All right. Well, you know what? That's the end of that rain. Right. The sky is coming blue, and back to you, Josh.
Back to you. I was gonna say, Rain on Me, or no, It's Raining Men walked, so Rain on Me could sprint. That's my takeaway.
And I could jump in the club to Rain on Me with no one else jumping. Rain on me. And no one else jumping.
No one else.
No, it's fine. I understand. No one likes to have fun like I do. So it's fine. Whatever.
Dancing in the club with the church ladies. Oh, you and the church ladies could have gotten down to that.
Oh my God. If I want to have a drag show someday that I host called Midwest Church Casserole.
Oh my God.
And it would just be like it would just be the variety show, but ideas. All right. So yeah, Rain on. I almost said Rain on Me. It's raining on. Delicious.
Yeah. Delicious. All right. Our next song in 3, 2, 1. So speaking of Purple Rain and Prince here, he is actually one of the writers of this great classic tune here. Oh. It's been 72 hours and 6 whole days since we have last heard from Sinead O'Connor's Nothing Compares to You. This, to me, is the ultimate. You're shopping in Jewel and you're just like, yeah, this song. That's what I think of when I hear Nothing Compares to You.
I did have to look up because I forgot about the song.
Really?
I did. I forgot about the song. When I think about her, I think of her ripping the picture of the Pope.
Yeah.
So,
Also
you know,
iconic.
also iconic. Yeah. So it's not a bad song. I just
No?
forget about it.
That's crazy to me. I love that song. Um, I yeah, because I actually have distinct memories of one. I used to grow up watching VH1's I Love the '90s and Sinead O'Connor.
Rich.
Yeah, I was such a rich kid. I watched VH1. Sinead O'Connor's the Pope ripping incident was always
Yeah.
a highlight of I Love the '90s. But then they
Yep.
always talked about like how great Nothing Compares to You is. Have you ever seen the video for it?
No.
Oh, you haven't. Oh, it's such a classic song or classic hit because
Does anything compare to it?
nothing compares to the video of Nothing Compares to You. I will say that because it's just her in a turtleneck,
Uh-huh.
just singing at the camera. Like there's a black screen behind her. And I think by the end of the video, she's crying. So it's like the white suburban mom version of D'Angelo's Untitled music video.
Oh, hello, D'Angelo. Oh my
Right.
God. Can we talk about someone who deserves to be watched? Oh,
Another one hit wonder. Unfortunately, he's not a pop diva, so we couldn't include him on this list. But
not anymore. What? I
what?
don't know why I said not anymore. Yeah. So what? How do you say her name? Sinead Irish Connor. What do you say? How do you say
I
Sinead?
say
Sinead?
Sinead O'Connor because I
Sinead?
thought that's how you're supposed to say it, but maybe I'm wrong. I always pronounce
No,
things
I
wrong.
no. You might be. I don't know. It's not a guzzied up moment. Um, Sinead,
Sinead.
Sinbad O'Connor,
Sinbad. Sinbad.
Sinbad
Wesley
O'Connor,
Snipes O'Connor.
Wesley Snipes. Oh, Wesley Snipes.
I don't know. So
Well,
you
I was
clearly don't know this song, is what you're saying.
um. It's a slow song. I know that
It is a slow song.
because
Prince wrote it.
I listened to that for the show, so I don't have a ton of thoughts about it. But
Interesting.
it's a slow song,
It was
so I
actually
don't
released the year you were
connect to it.
born. So
Well, that's I probably listened to it in the crib too much, and now I'm just like, man, that's old news to me.
that's fair. Oh, all right.
Well, there we go.
Goodbye, Sinead. That's all we have to say.
You just tear her
Nothing
picture in
can,
half.
right? Oh, that would have been perfect. I would have been like,
Mm.
thank you. All right. All right. Now we are on to the next hit in 3, 2, 1. So, what would you do if God was on a bus? Just a stranger among us. It is Joan Osborne's One of Us, a 1995 hit that
Iconic.
I
What do you think?
it's just crazy to me how this song hit number one because it is so overtly like Christian, like
Is
I
it?
love God.
Is
Well,
it?
like, well, there's a moment where she's like, God is great, God is good. You're just like, oh, okay.
I don't. Is it really overtly Christian? I don't.
Well,
I think of it as like.
if God is one of us.
Well, I thought of it as like more so like you should just treat everyone with kindness, like you don't know what people are going through. Because
No, they're like literal ad libs of like, God is great, God is good, like throughout
and
the
we
song.
thank him for his food. Well,
Right.
now I gotta look up the lyrics because I do like what if God was one of
One of
us.
us. Just a
I'll admit when I
bad bitch on the bus.
bad bitch on the bus. One of us. I'll say you know how earlier I was like I had to look up what some of these things were.
Mhm.
This one when I saw One of Us, Joan Osborne, I was like, the hell is that? And then I instantly pressed play and I was like, what is that? What is
Yeah.
that? And I went, what if God? And I went, you got me. You got
You
me,
got
gal.
me, gal.
And I do love it.
I just wish
I
like Joan Osborne did more of like the Freaks version of One of Us, where it's like one of us, one of us, one of us.
that'll be the remix.
Yeah, that's like the Tony Basil remix of it. It's like, what if God was one of us?
One of us.
One of
One
us.
of us. One of us. One
Yeah.
of us. Just a stranger on a bus.
Did you ever sing? I feel like you like grew up with that song in like Lutheran school. I feel like.
Okay, I did hear this in Lutheran school. Okay, but here's the thing. Okay, so I just looked up One of Us is a song performed by noted American singer and songwriter Joan Osborne. But the
Noted.
songwriter Eric Bazillion, which is how much money he made off of the song, it says he didn't write the song as a religious thing, considering the fact that he isn't religious.
Interesting.
No, because and the reason I say that is because growing up, I mean, I really like the song. I think of this song when I'm picking out groceries. But
Picking up
like,
your potatoes.
right, or you're like at the hair salon with mom or something. Yeah, your potatoes. Because I remember being in school and someone being like, that song is not, it's not Christian. It's not Christian. It's not Christian.
Wait, how would it not be Christian? Okay.
Girl.
We might have to write a dissertation on this song because we have lots of thoughts on this one.
Yeah, no, I like the song.
I tend to skip over it. This is like one of the one-hit wonders. I'm just like, it's okay. Yeah.
So you hate God.
Hey, let it be known. Thick thighs and I hate God.
Wait, you hate thick thighs? I thought you said you like thick thighs.
No, I said I love thick thighs and I hate God.
Oh.
God has a thigh gap and I am not appreciative of it.
God has a thigh gap. Now that's another potential title.
What if God had a thigh gap?
What if God had a thigh gap? That's another good one. Oh man, we are something about thighs. There's just something about thighs that
there's just
talk about for hours.
Yeah, apparently. We'll do a whole episode about thick thighs.
Yeah.
All right. On to the next song here. We're getting off on a little tangent here again. In 3, 2, 1. All right. If you ever grew up with LimeWire, this song was always listed as Alanis Morissette's Bitch, but it's actually Bitch by Meredith Brooks.
And I had to look that up because I thought it was Alanis Morissette. So when I saw the word bitch, I was like, Josh, why did you send me this note calling me a bitch? And then I thought, I am a bitch. And then I thought the DNA test said I am a bitch, Lizzo. But Meredith Brooks, I didn't know saying it. But you know what? I'm a bitch. I'm a child. I'm a lover. I'm a sinner. I'm a saint. You talk about a religious song. I'm a sinner. I'm a saint.
I do not feel ashamed. No, it's true.
Now that's a Christian song.
That is an overtly Christian song. These are
Meredith
all just
Brooks bitch. It's just overtly Christian songs.
Right. Could you imagine like a show choir song like in the back of the church? We're a bitch.
Okay, Glee. Okay,
yeah.
Rachel Berry. Did they ever do that on Glee?
No, I wish. I feel like Sue Sylvester would have sang that song.
She's like, I'm a bitch. I'm a Cheerio. No,
yeah.
I like this song. I think it's good. I mean, I forget what she says in the chorus, but it makes me go,
and there's nothing in between. So take me as I am. Yeah. No, it's a great song. And the funny thing is too is that I mean it's understandable to get her confused with Alanis Morissette because she's also a white woman with brown hair and
a jagged little pill.
Yeah, and it was released right at the time when Ironic was popular because I remember watching again VH1 Top 20
that's
Countdown.
ironic.
Yeah, I remember watching. It would be like number 12 would be Alanis Morissette's Ironic, and it's the video of her in the car singing, and then number 10 would be Meredith Brooks' Bitch, and I'm just like, this isn't the same person. Like
you're like, bitch,
yeah.
Isn't that
bitch?
Ironic? You're like, bitch, isn't that ironic?
Yeah. I feel like that is a song that should be used more in drag shows, in my opinion.
Bitch.
Bitch. You could do like a work. You could do a mashup of like work, bitch, and bitch.
You better. I'm a work bitch. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm a bitch. You better work, bitch. You better work, bitch.
Lover. You better work, bitch.
You want a Bugatti? I'm a bitch. You want
a hot body?
Yeah. And nothing in between.
So take me as I am, bitch.
Bitch. You better work, bitch. Take me as I am, bitch.
See?
Take a shot every time we say bitch.
Oh, there had to have been like what, 20 bitches at this point here? 21
20
now.
Bitches, that's at least a handle. 20 bitches, now that's a full K9 support group.
Right.
God.
So stupid.
Stupid.
What if God was one of us?
What if God was one of us? just being bitches with his thighs on the bus. I don't see these song mashups.
They're getting a little convoluted.
They're getting a little, you know what? All of these are actually performed by the same person. And that person, God.
It's Joan Osborne.
Is Joan Osborne. You know, I hope she's doing well. I bet you anything she's teaching pottery classes. She just has that energy. Do you think she's still alive? We'll look that up later.
I was gonna say, is that, or she like is an acupuncturist? Like,
yeah, she definitely has her turquoise jewelry.
Like shoved up her vag for like good energy.
Oh, one of those eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Well, good for her.
Yeah.
You know?
All right.
Daddy, I want an egg.
Up my vag. All right. 3, 2, 1. All right.
Speaking of tearing, the next song is
It's Torn by Natalie Imbruglia.
Yeah.
Arugula?
Yeah.
I don't know.
By Natalie Arugula. We have Torn from 1998, which took me a second. I was like, what song is this? And then I heard Lying Naked on the Floor.
Yeah.
And I went, yes, please. Love this song.
I saw a man brought to life. He was warm. He seemed to care. Oh, okay. This is my story.
Okay, go.
So back in 2007, when I just started mime, we had to audition for in order to get into mimes. Yes. So what we did is we're just like, oh, my friends and I were like Googling. We're just like, what? Like, how can we do like a fun mime audition? Funny enough, there's actually a video on YouTube of a man miming to Natalie Imbrugula's Torn. And I was just like, I thought I saw a man brought to life. He was warm, he seemed to care, and he was purified.
Not the Happy Hands Club moment. Come on. Like, oh my God.
But like we were watching it so intently, being like, ooh, that's a good move. Ooh, I see how that makes sense of why that's man.
Did you audition with this?
No, because
you didn't. What'd you audition with?
I auditioned flying a kite. That was my audition.
You auditioned flying a kite, but there's no. What song did you do that?
No, but there's no song. That's the thing. I couldn't do it with a song for this show. It was just a video on YouTube that I saw.
All right,
look it up. Look it up. It's great. It's a great video.
I'm writing it down. So Torn.
Whenever he did man, this was what his man.
What did he do?
Oh, you can't see. My shirt is too weird.
Yeah, I can't really see.
But he would hold his hands in front of his junk and be like, man. Man.
Is that sign language or is he just pulling on something?
I think he's just pulling on his wee-wee.
Oh, well, you know, it's sex education. Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what you think of this song. I think of the song because when I was in, you know, oddly enough, another theatrical moment. I was in like an off-Broadway version of my High School Musical theater department. We were in like a weird community theater thing where I played like a Roman god. It's a whole long story. But after practice one day, I was like a sophomore or a freshman, and we went to Applebee's, or maybe it was Chili's. Doesn't matter. But the guy,
there's a distinct difference. Thank you.
There is a difference. But all I can think about is this song playing and him singing it, not as a joke, but like singing it. This is also the same gentleman that years later we would be at the mall around Christmas time, and he would sing "Oh Holy Night" in the middle of the mall when he saw my mom, my sister, and I. Sat us down on the bench, and he was like, "Oh Holy Night," and then at the end of it, the crowd that had surrounded us started clapping.
Oh God! And he just sang at you guys?
Yes.
Oh God.
So anyways,
wow. So we both have very
faith. This is how I feel. I'm cold and I am shame, like lying naked on the floor.
Oh, she sings it like that's a bad thing.
Oh my God. But I mean, how many times have you been lying naked on the floor? Either I'm throwing up or I'm drunk. So, well, and sometimes those go hand in hand. I don't know.
Right. Exactly.
My early 20s were a wild time.
40 years ago. All right.
40. I look great.
We are already halfway through the list here, and we still have a lot of great songs to go here. So let's just keep it going in 3, 2, 1. All right. Ladies, if your man want to get buck wild, just go back and Hit 'Em Up Style. Sung by Blue Cottrell, released in 2002 here. I used to think the song was sang by Mary J. Blige.
There we go. Yep. I thought it was a Mary J. Blige song too. So Blue
No,
Blue
Blue.
has some explaining to. What I was going to ask, what else has she done? But being a one-hit wonder, she's done shit.
She ain't done much, yeah.
But this song is really fun. I like this song. Reminds me of going to the skate rink as a kid. Like,
yeah.
ladies.
Get buck wild.
Yeah, it's
Just
a fun
fall
song.
back and hit him up style. Yeah, no, I love this song. It also reminds me of the skating rink because it did play. Like you hear those like opening like synths of like do 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 do, and then people be like yes.
Yeah.
And that and Sandstorm were like the two popular songs at my skating rink. But that's like that techno song where it's like do 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 do.
But at the skating, that was my first ringtone on my phone in 2003, 2004. Like
you had a phone in 2003?
Yeah, my parents got divorced, Josh, and so they gave me a phone so that I could contact them because they were separating. Thanks for bringing that up.
Well, you know what? Some of us aren't rich like you.
It was my dad's old phone, and he was like, here you go. You can call 3 people. You want to know the 3 people? Mom, dad, or granny. And you know what? Those are like the only people I talk to, and my sister outside of that anyway. So, you know, it starts strong, stay strong.
I was going to say, and no one answered ever.
Still rings true. Rings true on the phone. But Hit 'em Up Style, that's what it's called? Yeah, Hit 'em Up Style.
Such a good song. It also was featured on, Now That's What I Call Music, I think either 6 or 8. It was one of those 2 here. And I love the Now CDs. That's how I knew like all the popular songs, because it's just like, it just told me what to listen to. And that song. And it was also featured recently on RuPaul's Drag Race as a lip sync song, which finally, that song was great.
Vanjie?
No, it was with Tamisha and Candy.
That was the song?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking of an actual Mary J. Blige song.
Yes. Oh. No, that was No More Drama that they sing to with Vanjie.
No More Drama. Yeah, right. That's right.
I also found out what Neiman Marcus was through Hit 'em Up Style, because there was no Neiman Marcus in Iowa.
Yeah, we didn't. There was a Neiman Marcus at like the Rich Mall towards Detroit that we like I never went to it until I was like 16, and I was like, wow, there's like an actual store for Tiffany's. It's not just a movie. Breakfast at Tiffany's. It's a real store.
No, Neiman Marcus, like I mean, there's one downtown here in Chicago, and I'm still intimidated to go into it because I've never had the luxury of having one growing up.
You know, it's fun. I feel like actual rich people don't shop in the store, so if you didn't buy anything, they'd probably just think you're really rich anyway. So
it's the hair. All right, we're on to our second 2002 hit. There were 2 great singles that came out in 2002. And 3, 2, 1, the second song featured heavily on the White Chicks soundtrack, or any White Chicks playlist, honestly, let's be real here. 1,000 Miles by Vanessa Carlton. Do 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 do. And I need you. Do 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 do. And I miss you. And now I wonder. Okay.
If I could fall into the sky. Yes, I was actually looking out my window, and Josh, I gave myself goosebumps. I did.
She almost fell into the sky.
I almost fell into the sky. This song is amazing.
It's such a jam.
It's so good. Also, just getting HBO Max. White Chicks is on HBO Max, so maybe I'll watch that later.
I love that movie. It's so
silly.
Good.
So this song, I mean, is it really just a one-hit wonder, Vanessa Carlton?
Yeah.
Didn't she do other things? She didn't do anything else?
No, but I thought that she was Michelle Branch for the longest time.
Oh, that's why. That's why I'm thinking they're not the same.
Because you know that Michelle Branch song, "'Cause You're Everywhere to Me."
When I close my eyes, it's you.
I see. Yeah, I honestly thought that was the same person. But I also thought Gwen Stefani and Madonna were the same person at one point in my life too. So.
Blasphemy. Blasphemy. Don't you do that to Madonna. Oh my God, how don't you do that to Madonna? Gwen Stefani wishes she was Madonna. Oh my God.
Well, yeah, she very much does so. But it was around the time when Music and Hella Good came out, and I thought that was like the same person singing both songs.
Okay, well, okay.
I don't know. Yeah, Yeah. Don't
I
get
just
mad at me.
I'll get mad at you.
Magic. Oh, good.
Hey, thank you.
Hey.
Thank you.
No. But it's funny too how like one hit wonders. Like, do you think they get popular because they listen to us on the radio? They're like, oh, Michelle Branch has a new song. That's great. Or oh, Alanis Morissette. I love bitch.
Wow. I love bitch. That's
Bitch.
I love bitch. I feel me talking about anyone I've ever did. I love bitch. But
like us drunk as hell in the club. I love bitch.
I love bitch. They're like, go home. I play bitch. I just that's a good question. I will say that I feel like a lot of these genres were very popular. Like you have like the 90s sort of like alt rock girls, and then as we get into the 2000s, you have more of these like poppy kind of rocky sort of vibes. So it's possible.
Yeah, because the next song on our list here, again, I got them confused with someone else here. All right, so we're going to play this in 3, 2, 1. And just breathe by Anna Nalick.
Anna Nalick. Yeah. Anna Nalick. Yeah, I okay, so I will go on record and say that this is whoa. I'm shedding. Sorry, a hair fell on my face. I will go on. Whoa, my microphone's moving. Okay, I will go on record and say that this album that Anna Nalick had, one of the best albums. It's one of my no skips. I listened to it all the time. It was my sister's CD, but you best believe that I had it. You know,
at 2 a.m. you were listening to it crying.
Oh, hell yeah. The album is amazing. But 2 a.m., this like put Grey's Anatomy on the map. It put Anna Nalick on the
Billboard charts. Yeah.
I feel bad that she hasn't really done anything else because I love this song.
Me too.
It is great.
Yeah. It came out in like 2004, 2005. And this was like right around the time when like you had little iPods. Well, some people did. And
I didn't.
Sorry. But I remember specifically playing Breathe 2 a.m. like at night before I went to bed, just so that way I could be like in this moody zone. And I would just look out the window and just listen to Just Breathe.
It's such a vibe. And it's I love it. Yeah, it's heavy. It's about an abortion and a man with substance abuse issues.
Another thing too is that I also thought this was Norah Jones when I first heard it.
Norah Jones thought it was Norah Jones when she first heard it too.
Norah Jones was like, God damn it, that's not my song.
She's like, that's a good one. I can't wait to get all these royalties from Grey's Anatomy.
Right. But it's crazy too because Grey's Anatomy really like popularized like Snow Patrol, like The Fray, Anna Nalick, like they were on the pulse of really good sappy white girl music.
Fingers on the pulse. Oh man, Grey's Anatomy. That playlist in the early 2000s. That was a moment. Well, there has to be like a Grey's Anatomy playlist.
Oh, it has to be like somewhere on Spotify, like all the hits that they made popular. Like what was it? Chasing Cars, like How to Save a Life. It, started the career and ended the career of Katherine Heigl.
Oof. Well, 27 Dresses is a movie that I don't like. You ever see 27 Dresses?
No, it's so bad.
Oh God, it's so bad. No, thank you.
Anyway,
no, thank
Anna Nalick. Yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah, Anna Nalick. I love it. Another good song from the album is Citadel and Satellite. Oh my God, I think
are they all ballads?
Oh yeah, they're very. Josh, I think you would like her.
Oh really?
They're very big ballads. Yeah.
What if I'll get in bed tonight and I will look out my window and I'll put this up on my phone. I'll be like, wow, throwback.
I think you'll like it. I think you're gonna like it.
Okay.
I feel like Men's Warehouse. You're gonna like the way you listen, and I guarantee it.
Right. Well, and you said it's a no skip songs or album, so hey,
it's a great album.
All right, let's get on to our next one here.
Okay.
In 3, 2, 1. All right, now we have sisters. We have a pair here. Yes, Australian duo. Actually, I don't know if they are Australian. I just made that up in my head. Anyway. if all you can hear is do 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 do, you go ooh 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 ah 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 la 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 la. It is Untouched by the Veronicas.
I
You looked
always
kind of confused.
well, yeah, because I was I again, your miming is stronger. But I'm joking. I will say I'm very much that bitch who always will know the song once you get to the chorus.
Mhm.
You know what I
I
mean?
feel so untouched right now. Love at you.
Yeah, that one. That
Mhm.
one. It's a fun song. It's very much like what I was saying, like the pop punky sort of like vibes. And like to me, different sister group, Allie and AJ. I feel like this was
Mhm.
around the same, like you have Allie and
Potential breakup
AJ,
song.
potential breakup song. So I didn't realize this was the Veronicas. Now, this Australian duo, allegedly,
Allegedly Australian.
allegedly Australian. Now that's good too. I like that. Allegedly Australian. The Veronicas. I feel like I feel bad for them because they do probably feel untouched after all these years of not being on the billboards.
Damn.
I'm just saying. I had my coffee today. I'm feeling sassy. I help people. I help volunteer, and now the devil comes.
Now you're
knocking.
tearing down the Veronicas after all they've done.
I didn't do that. Life did that. But I no. I feel like they're doing fine in Australia. Because I don't know what's going on down under. Okay, we have to look this up. We have to
Yeah,
look it
I was
up.
gonna say
I
we
need
have
to
to look
know.
it up. Are they actually
Here,
Australian?
let me here. The Veronicas. Okay. Let's see. The Veronicas. Oh, you're right. They are an Australian duo from Brisbane. The group was
Okay.
formed in 2004 by identical twin sisters Lisa and Jessica. I'm not saying that
Lisa.
last name. I'm not saying this last name. It's like, what is this? Ori Giuliasso.
Oh
Who
goodness.
well,
No
who
wonder
the
they
hell?
call themselves the
I
Veronicas.
was gonna say, who the hell's Veronica?
Maybe it's like their third sister or
The
Veronica
third,
Green.
the secret sister. Oh man, what?
What if their
They do
secret
have,
sister is Veronica Green? Oh wait, no, she's from the UK.
and she's from UK. Well, they all got,
Never.
they're all Australians were just the prisoners of the UK.
I was gonna say they're
Um,
all imperialists here.
okay, so now I'm looking this up, and it seems like so Untouched was the international top 10 hit. That's the one
Hmm.
hit wonder, but I guess in Australia they're fine.
Oh, well, is it kind of like a Kylie Minogue situation where it's just like,
Yes, I think so. I which makes sense. I mean, Kylie. Oh my God, Kylie Minogue. Also,
I mean,
Kylie's Unique Love. If your name is
right?
Kylie, unless
Hey,
it's Jenner,
yeah, we
you
stand two
yeah
out of the three.
yeah
Yeah,
that's true.
no, I was gonna say Kylie Minogue. Like, I mean, her career is great, but I feel like most Americans only know "Can't Get You Out of My Head"
Oh yeah.
or "The
Although
Locomotion."
true true.
What? No, that song plays in grocery stores.
Something that is not a one hit wonder, but plays in. Oh, we should do we should do an episode where we talk about all the music that's played in grocery stores.
I already have like three, like 3 a.m. by Matchbox 20, Heaven is a Place on Earth, Belinda Carlisle,
Oh
and
yeah.
Waiting for the World to Change by John Mayer. Those are always like the three that
Damn, those are good. That takes me to a moment in time. I like that. Good job.
thank you.
I like
All
that.
right.
There has
All
to be a
right.
playlist that's called like music in grocery stores.
And it's like sponsored by Jewel. That'd be
Okay.
amazing. All right. On to we have only two songs left here.
Only two more.
And in 3, 2, 1. All right. This song was a cultural reset here. Just gotta flip your hair around here.
Flip your
It
hair.
is Whip My Hair by Willow Smith. I whip my hair back and forth.
Back and forth. I whip my hair back and forth. Okay, I just want to disclaimer this. While this may be a one-hit wonder, I feel like Willow has had some really good albums. Especially
Allegedly.
recently. No, not allegedly. Did you listen to her most recent one?
No, I haven't.
It's good. She has that one that like I don't know. It's a really it's a fact. You're a little fake friends with and I know a boy just like you. He's a snake just like you. but I
Oh.
can't dance like him.
And you know what's crazy? Is that she's only like 20 something.
She's cool. I like Willow.
Me too.
Yeah, what happened to Jaden? Oh, he did the Karate Kid. That's right. Anyways,
Well,
so it's I'm
I was like, he
sorry.
had like a small rapping career, I think. I don't know.
Ooh, he's not his sister. His sister very talented, and it has to be hard to be the talented sibling.
Well, okay, I'll say this. Like, even when Whip My Hair came out, I know everyone made fun of the song. I was like, this song's a banger.
It goes off. Like it is
Yeah.
so good.
And she's like 11 in that song. I'm just like, this is an 11-year-old singing this. Like,
It's
I don't.
just fun.
It's a fun song. Like RuPaul's
So fun.
Drag Race, like you had full-grown men in wigs singing along to that song to lip sync for their life here. Her power. I'm just saying.
It's great. Yeah,
yeah.
no, we stand Willow in this household.
Well, because like you think of like other like teen songs like around that time, like Rebecca Black's Friday was very notorious at that
No
time.
slander, no slander.
No, I love Rebecca. Justin Bieber's Baby was around this time.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
You know, do you remember Cody Simpson? Like when he was like a teen pop star?
Who the hell is Cody Simpson?
Exactly.
He
also
wasn't
allegedly Australian.
He wasn't in my Tiger Beat. If your name wasn't Zac Efron, I wasn't listening.
You were reading Tiger Beat in 2010.
I allegedly was reading my sister's Tiger Beat, and I will not be shamed for it. So stupid. No, because there was a Zac Efron and a Jonas Brothers, the Joe Bros.
The Jonas Brothers, yes.
Talk about people who are not one-hit wonders.
I know. I know. Like when Sucker came out a few years ago, I was just like, oh shit, like they're still good.
And that's not even one of their better ones.
No, I know.
Yeah, I think that Whip My Hair is Willow's probably most known song. But I say, yeah, check out her new stuff. It's very like poke. It's not poke. It's not poke. Australian duo Kyle and Josh.
Allegedly Australian.
Allegedly Australian. Yeah, Whip My Hair.
That's our band name, actually.
Allegedly Australian. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
We are on our last song. Is that crazy?
It is kind of crazy.
I know. We flew through this. All right, 3, 2, 1. All right. This song was like Summer Anthem 2013 here. It is Icona Pop's I Like It featuring Charlie XCX here. Obviously Charlie is an icon here, so she's not grouped in as the one-hit wonders here, but I love it. Okay, I have a story to tell, so it'll be really quick here.
Go for it.
So this is back when Hamburger Mary's was still open in Chicago here. Now, Hamburger Mary's, I feel like, has always been known for like, oh, it's good food, fun drag shows, terrible service. Like, like if you want to like have a burger
I never had terrible service, but anyways.
Well, not terrible in the sense that like they're rude to you, but just terrible in the sense that like it just takes forever for some reason to get your
God,
food.
yeah. No, they don't care. They don't care about you.
Yeah. So friend of the pod, Jill and I went to Hamburger Mary's one day and we ordered lunch together and we wanted to sit outside on the patio. We're just like, it's a nice like summer day. Why not? It's cute outside. And then our waitress, you know, takes our order, walks away. I noticed that she's making the rounds and everything. And like an hour goes by. We're just like, where's our food? And then all of a sudden she comes sauntering out again. She's talking to someone else behind us. She's just like, well, it's going to be a while. I guess no one turned on the grills today. And I was like, what? Like, it's like 2:00 in the afternoon. Like, what do you mean?
It's 2 a.m.
Like, what do you mean? Like, how did no one know this? And she's just kind of like talking shit. She's just like, whatever. You know, people can be mad at me, but you know what I got to say to that? I don't care. And then she walks back inside and I'm just like dead.
You're like, so are we going to go to McDonald's down the street? Is that what we're doing now? I did get my food, but I remember just her walking would be like, I don't care. And you're like, well, I hate it.
Right.
I always think of this song. So back in 2000, there was a drag show at Scarlet with a drag queen who is redacted from the Chicago drag community. And it was her birthday bash, and she had the one, the only Shea Coulee. Now, this is before Shea was ever on TV. It's
Mhm.
before, it's like when Shea was like, it was like what, 2013 is this when this came out?
Yeah, so she's like
2013.
baby Shay.
Yeah, so I was like 23. Um, and no, not even 23, 2013. Like, if it was in May, I would have been 22. Oh my God,
Wow,
so
young.
young, so cute, so sexy. And Shay literally did the song, and it was like you hear the and I got this feeling on the summer day. Did that song, and at the very last, I don't care. She like jumps up, does the splits, and confetti cannons exploded into the crowd.
Oh,
And I will never, I have goosebumps thinking about it. And in that moment, I didn't know it, but who would have thought drag superstar Shea Coulee?
oh, you had to have known at that point. You're just like, oh my God, she is.
I always knew that Shea was going to do something big.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you know what? I love it.
I was gonna say, and you were right.
And
All
I was
right, so
right.
we just went through 12 great one-hit wonders, and
Ooh,
we got our
baby.
thoughts and opinions about it here, but now it's time to rank them. So Kyle, are you ready to get your countdown on these wonderful hits from these beautiful divas?
Yeah, let's go ahead and rank them. We'll go, you want to do 12 to 1, and then we can talk about some honorable mentions real quick.
Yes, actually, before we get into the ranking, let's talk about our honorable mentions really quick here
Honorable
because
mention.
we have so many that I was just like, I have to cut some of these one-hit wonders